What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another reaction video. This one's a little bit different as I am going to be reviewing and reacting to live, guys. I'm going to try not to cut it. I know a lot of you guys are like, wait a minute, no stops, no pause, no edits, no cuts. I'm going to try to do it because it is a 15-minute video, 15.5-minute video. It's called Jason Universe Sweet Revenge. Now, this is somewhat of a fan film, and I've seen a couple of Jason fan films. Jason's probably one of my favorite slashers out of all the slasher bunch that we got. Chucky, Freddy, Michael Myers. Just overall, I enjoy the movies more. I enjoy his character more. I have my favorite Jason, so before we get into it, let me know which is your favorite Jason. Now, me personally, I'm more partial to the bigger Jason, so I love Kane Hodder, even though those movies that he was in weren't the greatest. That's okay. Jason Takes Manhattan is awesome. Fight me. Either way, we are here to react and give my thoughts for Jason Universe Sweet Revenge. Now, this comes on the heels of the announcement from last month, San Diego Comic-Con, where it was announced that they were teaming up with Angry Orchard to release Angry Orchard Jason merch, a new mask, which I hate. That may change along the way. A video game and a possible movie coming, guys. So this is a lot to kind of just digest because the people behind it, I mean, is this going to be an Angry Orchard commercial? I'm not really sure. I did check out the Angry Orchard actual commercial for what we're about to watch. Just kind of, it was a trailer for what we're about to watch pretty much. But either way, I don't like product placement personally in my horror movies, but it's just inevitable, right? I mean, you see it in regular movies. So before we get into it, what is your excitement level for this mini short, or just expanded on Jason lore, or just Jason in general? Friday the 13th. Are you guys excited for a new game, a new movie, and everything under the sun? I think actually they also announced the new mask is going to be at Spirit Halloween, which are already popping up. I mean, we're in the middle of August now, and they're already popping up. We're already getting for October. So that being said, enough talking, enough of my spit. I'm already getting dry mouth over here. I want to save it for the reaction. Like I said, I might be talking along the way, but I'm going to try not to pause. Before we get into it, hit that big thumbs up. Completely free, and it helps out the algorithm and the channel, guys. Consider subscribing today for more. Someone's just married or just engaged.
I hear it's better to just like go right through.
I've been driving for like 6 months. GPS don't work out here, there's no service.
Oh, we know he's dying.
Why did he choose me?
Jesus, Eve. Because you're a force of nature, and you didn't run away. Some people find the one.
It works every time.
And sometimes the one finds you.
I already hate the fake, just stock 80s type of music. It doesn't sound like real 80s music. It sounds like AI music. That's supposed to be like 80s music.
Okay.
You guys are...
Okay. Thank you. Harold, everybody. All right. Danny, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Nope.
There you go.
She kind of looks like Paris Jackson.
You got it. Okay.
Okay.
Look at this.
Nice. Oh, Eve, look at the view.
It's really cute.
Sounds like Stranger Things music. Eve. Eve, right? Oh, there's the Angry Orchard product placement.
Harold. Apple. Fresh pick.
Sure. Thanks.
You all settled in?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. You got a beautiful spot here.
You know, the wife and I saved this spot from demolition. Property's had a bit of a troubled past, but all we saw was opportunity.
What kind of trouble?
Well, you know, the usual story. Revenge, betrayal, murder.
The usual stuff, you know, day to day.
Some murder. Anyway, you kids have fun. Oh, and you tell that fiancé of yours I got the motor for the fishing boat all tuned up. Whenever he wants it.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell him. Bye.
You're not going to give me any details, old man? I mean, come on. Murder, revenge.
Come swim with me.
Maybe Troy and I just made plans to go fishing. No.
What?
Don't do that. You're doing the face right now. You're literally doing the face. You just see it right there.
I'll tell you what. I am going to go to the lake, and you can find me when you're ready.
Okay, I will go get my swimsuit.
Who said anything about a swimsuit?
Now it's feeling like Friday the 13th.
Tough.
Show's over.
I wonder if they have the rights to use the Friday the 13th theme song. Ooh, classic. I was gonna say, I thought I saw some blood on them laying there. Okay, effective jump scare. That one got me. Now, why would he let her go? Not really a Jason thing to do. Okay, there's our Friday the 13th-esque. Because I think someone remade it. This doesn't sound like the original, but it sounds like they try to replicate the composition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Hanging him out to dry. She must have been under that water for a long time for all that to happen. What? Wow. I mean, you thought all these dead bodies were bad. Look at this. Nice.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Frank! Oh my god! Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened?
What the hell was that?
Hey, I got you. Eve, what happened to you?
What the fuck happened to the window?
Hey, God, are you... Wait here!
No, where are you going?
To get some help!
Nice. Ooh, yeah. Very cool. Ooh, you stick around for a little bit.
No, 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 no,
Apple cutter? She's like, you know what? Everybody's dying. Bitch, you think the cops are gonna care? If you die too, I'm gonna go after you after what I saw.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Keys. Oh my god. Well, get in. Come on, get in. Fuck. Get in, hurry. Eve. Oh. Shit. You saved me. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I didn't know what I was thinking. It just...
Weird bolt. What? No. That's what I thought she was gonna do, but I didn't think anyone was that fucking stupid. You stab her before she starts the car. Then you kick her out and you take the car. What? Stupid fucking move. I know it worked out in her favor, but it's a fucking short movie. I just don't like the practicality. And I know it's a horror movie, but fuck you. Okay, she has no fear now, I guess. I'm trying to get a good look at Jason, too, because a lot's happening. So we got the smaller Jason from, like, the 2 through 5, maybe? 6? Okay. All right, let's get into my thoughts, because I have a lot, especially after that ending. All right, Flix Talkers, so Jason Universe presents Sweet Revenge. First off, don't like the name. Didn't like the music in this at all. I guess let's just go over what I didn't like. Didn't like the music choices for a few of the scenes, though I will say in the middle, when she's on the lake, that felt the most like Friday the 13th. Now, I know you guys are going to be like, well, it's for a new generation. No, you still have to give a nod. You still have to show homage, pay respect to that came before, right? So I want it to feel like a Jason movie. Whether I'm a 10-year-old watching this, whether I'm a 50-year-old watching this movie, I have to get that sense of, oh, they implemented the lore in there somehow. And they did with that middle chunk of composition once again. So that first song, completely hated it. That little synth music, I thought it was terrible. Now let's get to some of the acting. For the most part, it was very expendable. I understand it's like this is less than a 15.5-minute project. This ended the credits at about 13 minutes. So they were fine. Our final girl was good. Of course, I questioned some of her choices that she made, but I think the final girl in this was pretty good. She was probably my favorite character as far as acting goes. Now, one thing that really stood out that I didn't speak on while it was happening because there was so much mayhem, when Jason throws this woman, this final girl, through the window, which he's done many, many times, he's crashed through windows and grabbed people. He doesn't just stop there and go, okay, let me go get a weapon. I don't even know if that's ever happened in any of the other Friday the 13th movies. Not that I can recall. He will throw you through something and he will follow through, walk through that window, and then kill you with his fucking bare hands, dude. It doesn't even matter. He could pick up the couch and slam it on you. He's not going to go back into the woods and get something. I don't know where they came. I understand it's for, the whole fear factor of like everybody's like, what's going on? Type of thing. I totally get it. Now, let's get to some things that I did like. The kills were pretty good for the most part. The gore, the gross out, the practical effects. I don't think I saw any CG in this at all. I do love the scene where Jason throws the part of the blade motor or the blade on the that boat motor, whatever, throws it, because that was very reminiscent to me of the reboot that we got. I think it was in 2009, where there's a scene where I think Jason throws a knife at a kid like from really far and it impales him, goes right through him. And I always thought that was extremely cool because, yeah, you got to be skilled at this. And I mean, Jason's been in the woods his whole damn life. So, he's definitely a good archer. He's definitely good at throwing knives. So I liked seeing that. Of course, I like seeing the guy get his, the cheater. If you're a cheater in these movies, you got to go. You just got to go in a wicked way. And I think the boat motor, once again, with the blade right through the head and then smashing it afterwards, that was like, boom, the cherry on the cake, so to speak, or whatever you want to call it. So that final smash right there was definitely reminiscent of like a Terrifier, which I thought was awesome because I love Terrifier, the franchise. I think they're the best at kills modern in the 21st century. Probably Hatchet as well. But I had an okay time with this one. Of course, they're going to have product placement. I think that they try to play the old man, like you're all doomed, but also like there was a little bit of story there that didn't go anywhere. Once again, if they could have expanded upon this and made it double the runtime, that would have been probably a little better to elaborate once again on all of these plot holes that didn't even need to be there. Oh, that's another thing too. If Jason's going to grab you and it's not a hallucination, like we didn't know if it was at the end of the first movie, which I still don't I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts about that? When Kid Jason grabs the woman out of the canoe from the first movie, and then she wakes up and they're like, "We didn't find any boy. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "He's still there then." Did that actually happen, or was that all in her mind? What do you guys think? I never really even asked anybody their thoughts about that. So I'm asking you, Flix Talkers. I think it actually happened though. But once again, Jason is too weak at that point. He's a boy. Now, in this one, he grabs her. He's a full-grown man, it seems like. And at that point, why would you not just drown her? We've had scenes like that where Jason pops out of the lake, he grabs his victim, and he pulls them down into the water to drown or try to drown them. He didn't do that. Somehow she just stayed under there for hours, I guess, and then she comes out and all of her friends are dead. Didn't make sense. And I know what people are going to say. It doesn't have to make sense because overall this movie doesn't make sense. Or this franchise doesn't make sense. No, don't hit me with that shit. You got to have a little bit of, some kind of realism in there. How are people holding their breath for hours at a time underwater while mayhem is happening on the shore? Doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Even for horror movie standards, it doesn't make sense. So there was a lot of things I would have done personally different. For a short film, it was okay. That ending sucked. That ending sucked. Once again, you don't stab someone when they're driving. That's just common sense because you could die in the process. And then also she's going to go head to head with Jason. Okay, this isn't Freddy versus Jason. Give me a fucking break. That being said, if I had to grade this, I might give it a 2 out of 5. I'm just being completely honest. I've seen some fan films from the Friday the 13th franchise that were way better. Shouts out to Q Reviews. He's actually in one. You guys have seen him on the channel here before. I've done many videos with him. And that was way better than this. So, you know what? People go, well, we have to have a little bit of Jason to satisfy. Yeah, but you want good things to come from this, right? You don't want to just introduce a beer and a possible video game and then a possible new movie. I don't even know how this is going to play out based on this reaction, because I wanted to go over also reactions from Twitter, because a lot of people I saw were already split on this. So let's just jump to people's reactions on Twitter. So this is literally under the post when they announced that this thing went live August 13th. Awesome, by the way, on the 13th day. And I also think that it is cool that they implemented that it is about 13 minutes long before the credits hit. Yeah, 13. That's awesome. So they announced it at 5 p.m. on August 13th. For the first time in 16 years, Jason Voorhees is back. Watch the new Jason Universe short film, Sweet Revenge, right now for 13 minutes of classic Friday the 13th stalking and slashing. So Bloody Disgusting, shouts out to them. We get a lot of horror stuff from them every day, weekly, and whatnot. So shouts out to them. This is the comments underneath this post because I wanted to really see what the horror fans were saying. Not a good look for the first thing we get from them. The Jason they used looked horrible, and the scenes he was in were cheap looking. Now, I didn't even touch on my thoughts on Jason, really, other than he looked like the smaller Jason. That's fine. I mean, even though I said I love the bigger Jason, the Kane Hodder Jason, it's okay because they are paying homage to like the majority of the franchise of how he looked. I didn't really get to look too much at the mask. Everyone was making a big deal about the mask. The mask was like in a lot of dark shadow scenes. It looked okay, I guess. I don't really know. I think when they held it up at San Diego Comic-Con, and I'll put a picture up, it was just so bright and just like white, and it wasn't dirty at all, and it just looked like a regular hockey mask, you know? Either way, I digress. It didn't look worn out. It didn't look like it went through mayhem at all whatsoever. I wanted to see the back of his head, what it looked like if it was bald. I think I saw hair, like strings of hair, which once again, I'm fine with, because we've seen that along, the journey, this franchise or whatever, is that he looks mangled, right? He just looks like very unkempt and homely. So I thought he looked okay, but not the best. This person said if it only didn't suck. All right, there we go. This person says another slap in the face to franchise fans. Okay, you guys let me know as franchise. It's giving do your thing, cuz. I almost said that at the end when she went toe to toe with him. Like, come on, bring it on. Do your thing, cuz. And I'm like, if you guys know, you know. This is from that Texas Chainsaw 3D, which this scene is god-awful cringe. And if you guys say it's awesome, you're a fucking liar. You're just trying to be cool. This person says, The need to stop letting Greg Nicotero design mask. Didn't he do the H2O mask also? That's a question for the horror community. I have no clue about the behind the scenes sometimes. This one is just like a bruh meme. Okay. We got some snooze Z's over here. We got Jason Voorhees is literally me when someone leaves their shopping cart in the middle of the parking lot. The original slasher king returns to teach Gen Z how it's done. Okay, this person seemed to like it. This person said it was okay. The boat engine kill was excellent. There we go. Attempted apple slicer kill 2 was goofy. Yeah, they didn't really go that far with that could have been a cool kill. But of course they wanted to let her live, so the final girl gets a kill at the end. Stop making Jason do Michael's iconic head tilt. That's not his move. Oh, I didn't even notice he did that. You guys let me know. Go back and watch it. Did he do the head tilt? I didn't even notice it. All right, so this is a Simpsons meme. It says, at least you tried on the cake, and they threw it in the trash. So a lot of people are not digging this. This person says, I enjoyed it. Seems from the ending they're probably going to do more. I also liked that when it seemed to be just a typical basic plot, there actually was more to it, and the setup is there for something more interesting. I mean, if you really go back in the franchises, they all set up for just like a fun cabin weekend, and they try to develop characters along the way. So it's kind of always been there in the franchise for me. This person says, comments like these are the reason the franchise was dead for over a decade. Same goes for The Nightmare. Okay. I don't agree with that. Everyone can say their own opinion, but horror fans need to remember these new projects for these iconic slashers aren't made for past and present fans. It's for a new generation. That I totally disagree with 1000%. You should be able to appease and level out for both generations. I don't know, or all generations, to be honest. This person says horrible. This person says music was great. Gore and blood effects were great. Tone and look were great. Jason looked really bad. Ending sucked. Okay, at least they gave their pros and their cons right there. I know I'm usually all over the place with mine. Jason looked like he was 5 feet tall and 120 pounds. Okay, I didn't even notice that. I mean, compared to the final girl, he was a lot taller, I think. I don't really... I couldn't tell because he was holding her up, so I couldn't really tell. But yeah, you guys let me know. Skinny Jason or more buff, thick Jason? What do you guys prefer? Leave it in the comments below. Gonna watch Friday the 13th on a rooftop in downtown LA this Friday. Cannot wait. Now, that's the way to do it, brother. That's the way to do it. The music score... Gore and production were fine, but the story, characters, and especially Jason's lack of presence are a letdown. All right. T-shirt, skinny, long hair. That's not Jason. Was he wearing a t-shirt? Once again, it was so dark, I couldn't really tell the attire sometimes. I saw the jeans that he had on. I enjoyed it, this person said. This person said it was okay, but I pleasantly was surprised by the gore. The propeller kill was awesome, and the hanging corpses that were chopped in half. Good stuff there. See, me too. I'm a huge fan of like Rob Zombie's practical effects and the really gross out stuff that he does. So I got vibes of that, as well as Terrifier I had mentioned. This person said it was okay. This person says, man, what the fuck was that? So there you go, guys. Once again, let me know your thoughts. I didn't expect to make this long, but I wanted to see what the internet was talking about. I wanted to see for myself the movie, or the short movie, I should say, short film. And you guys let me know, are you excited for more Jason? Please let me know in the comments below. Hit that big thumbs up before you guys leave. Consider subscribing today for more. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone. Peace.